the New York Times took a slide, didn't redact it properly, and in the end it was possible for people to see that something was being used in Mosul on Al-Qaeda.
That is a problem.
Well, that's a up.
It is a up, and these things do happen in reporting. In journalism, we have to accept that some mistakes will be made. This is a fundamental concept of liberty.
Right, but you have to own that then. You're giving documents with information you know could be harmful, which could get out there.
Yes. If people act in bad faith.
You're not even talking about bad faith, you're talking about incompetence.
Wow, back on America's Forum, Rick Blackwell in for J.D. Hayworth, Miranda Khan alongside me.
Portion of John Oliver's interview with Edward Snowden heard there as we welcome you and welcome in political analyst Dick Morris into the program. He's the author of the bestseller Power Grab. So we have to ask you, Dick, did Edward Snowden just have his toughest interview yet?
Well, yeah, he's never had a tough interview, so I guess this might be the toughest one. I think that, I think obviously the documents he turned over are going to unearth things that we don't want unearthed. That's why they're classified. That's why he's been convicted of being a spy, and it's why what he did is illegal. Of course, I mean, you obviously have to expect when you're doing something like that, you're going to compromise important things that you don't want to compromise, and I think he's guilty of that, and he should have anticipated that. On the other hand, we have to remember with Snowden that this entire controversy about the NSA snooping on Americans, on the limits of eavesdropping, on our right to privacy, this entire controversy that has been prominent in the news for 2 or 3 years now was entirely because of Snowden's leaks. This man defied the whole rest of the government and told the truth about what was going on. For that, we have to be, even as we condemn him as a criminal, and we condemn what he did in terms of endangering American lives and interests, we have to commend him for doing what the other people in our democracy did not do, which is very simply to tell us the truth.
Yeah, there certainly is many sides to this particular issue. And you have to, maybe if Snowden thought, hey, I'm getting a comedian, this is going to be a piece of cake, but good journalism holds people accountable. And in this particular case, looks like John Oliver did just that. I wanted to ask you, is this a double standard when it comes to whistleblowers under the Obama administration?
In what way?
Well, from the standpoint that in this particular case, maybe the Obama administration whistleblowers are getting more of a free ride, do you think, in our society?
Well, I do believe that many people in the Obama administration are getting a free ride on this issue, notably the Secretary of State. It is inconceivable that Hillary Clinton did not know all about this eavesdropping. For goodness sake, she was Secretary of State. She would have read the intercept. She probably had to approve the wiretapping. We wouldn't go on tapping the phone of the Chancellor of Germany without our Secretary of State knowing it, without receiving the intercepts themselves. In fact, there's one episode that he revealed, Snowden revealed, or it might have been WikiLeaks, that at the Climate Change Summit in Copenhagen, the wiretapping we did revealed that the Chinese delegation at that conference was meeting with an ad hoc kind of rump group of third world countries to challenge what the United States was doing on climate change. And Obama and Hillary personally crashed the conference and went there uninvited and sort of turned the thing around. Obviously, she had to have known from these intercepts that the thing was going on. So I believe Hillary Clinton has a lot of owning and explaining to do about what her role was in these intercepts. These intercepts weren't concerning farm policy or labor policy. They were concerning foreign policy. And she was the Secretary of State, with obviously the highest security clearance, and she would have seen all of this and probably had to approve it and may have initiated it.
Dick, and we have less than a minute remaining. Real quickly, what do you think is going to happen to Snowden?
I think if he ever returns, he's going to go to prison for a long time. And I don't think he's ever going to return. I mean, maybe 10 or 20 years from now. But the intelligence community is not in a forgiving mood about this, nor should they be. On the other hand, I think that we should at the same time that we condemn him, we should honor him for what he did. You can have two contradictory thoughts in your mind at one point, and this is a good time for it.
Dick Morris, thanks so much for joining us again on America's Forum. And be sure to get your copy of Dick Morris's best-selling book, Power Grab, by visiting powergrab411.com.
Yeah, it's interesting to see if maybe all these appearances on television will help him eventually get himself back to the United States. We'll have to wait and see on that. Once again, that's a sensational book. Dick Morris, the book, once again, Power Grab. And the show, America's Forum. We're coming right back, so keep it right here.